Yeah.
So official. I should make a museum part with statues. That's going to be next level. That's the
Next
next
level.
level.
Okay.
Golden statues of Kick creators.
What is going on, everybody? Hi, Austin. Hi, Playboy. Thank you for the lurk. We have Mr. TC here, and he is with his latest creation, which is the, we were just talking about this. It has been called an arcade, it has been called a museum, a gallery. I think I recently referred to it as a showcase. I thought that was a pretty good description of kind of what you have to offer here. But before we dive into it, I just want to get a bit of information about who TC is and the type of streamer he is. So really, this is your part right here, TC. You go ahead. You tell us, who you are. You can tell us how old you are, how long you've been doing this, what got you into it, etc., etc. Just give us a bit about you.
Right on, right on. First of all, meet Mr. Prince. Mr. Prince, you're trying to ruin my interview. You see him,
Oh my
Mr. Princey
God,
boy?
I
This
love
is
him
Prince
already.
Aladdin.
Prince
We were talking
Aladdin.
briefly before we went live. We were talking briefly about the pets we have, and I have 3 cats, real quick: Prince Aladdin, Princess Jasmine, and Abu. Okay, so hello everyone, welcome, welcome in, and thank you again for having me. I'm so tickled to even be tickled, as my granny would say. That's something that we say. Uh,
Yeah,
I'm
your
just
your age
tickled
is
to death.
showing.
I'm just tickled to death. Yeah, exactly. That's why I have the mask on. Okay, you don't want to see these crow's feet. All right, honey. Let's get that. I gotta get mask head to toe. At least while the sun's out. That's the doctor's orders. He said, TC, you're way too ugly these days. Okay, you got to be completely full face covered until nightfall, or
There you
else
go.
you'll scare small children. Um, but yeah, thanks again for having me. This is gonna be a lot of fun. I can't believe people are taking so much interest in this and want to actually interview little old me in my stream. So,
Yeah,
um,
man. I told you it started blowing up. It was tweeted about like you had created this arcade and it started popping off. That's all I saw on my timeline. And so I went like I just liked it. And you're like, "Hey, if you want a booth, you let me know." And I was like, "Let me earn it. Let me come by and see what you got first. Don't just give it away to me. Like I want to earn my
right on,
right there."
right on. I respect. I remember that. I remember that. I respect that.
Yeah.
Um, but so yeah. Okay. So more a little about me and my beginnings as a streamer. I started streaming during the pandemic. Um, I'm a musician by trade. Before I started streaming, I've been teaching at a private music school,
Yeah.
specializing in guitar. I teach other instruments as well. I teach keys, bass, mandolin, banjo, ukulele, and voice. But I
Okay.
specialize in
Whoops.
guitar. I've been playing guitar for like 23 years or something like that. That number keeps getting bigger and bigger. It's gonna go the other way one of these days, right? That goes in reverse at some point, right, chat?
I think so. I think that's how it works. Austin was just
That's
commenting too. He goes,
right.
so
Like my
I,
age.
Austin's like, I'm not the only one who gets called old. I feel better because I give him a hard time all the time. He's like, I don't know, him and my buddy, they're like 5 years older than me, something like that. And I give him a hard time all
Uh,
the time.
Just kidding. Just joking, Chad. I'm just jokes on y'all. I'm actually the youngest man alive. I've never been this young in my whole life. It's
Yeah,
incredible. Look at how young
absolutely.
I am right now. I mean, it's just I'm
Mm-hmm.
basking in the glow of my youth. Okay.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm TC. I like to start out my interview with lies. All right. Well, good. No. So I started streaming during the pandemic as a musician. When the world shut down, a lot of us took to streaming because we had nowhere to play, nowhere to make our pennies and try to buy our gruel and our oats and wheat and barley. So one of my friends was like, "Yo, you should start streaming." So I started up on Twitch about 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago, right around this time. And I was primarily just streaming music. I was only playing I say only because of how much the production has grown.
Mm-hmm.
Not to minimize the musical part of it. So I would sit down, I would play a lot of music. The world was crazy at that time, and I hadn't recorded really any albums at all. So I was like, oh my goodness gracious, what if the meteor comes and hits the world and blah? So I was like, oh, I gotta get some stuff recorded. So it really lit a fire under my ass to, really put my, I'm gonna butcher this, put my hand to the grindstone, ear to the grind, plate. I know I needed to
It's
work hard.
there. It's somewhere there.
There we go. We're there. We're here.
It's
We're gonna
somewhere
get through
there.
this
Yeah.
together, guys. Me and y'all. Okay. So I ended up recording a lot. I mean, I was alone in my house with my 3 little fur balls and streaming like every day, absurd amount of hours because, like most people, there was nothing to do. And I was streaming online, I was streaming on Twitch, and I ended up recording 17 different albums during
Oh,
that
wow.
first year.
I
Yeah, I
saw you had
really,
posted that you have albums too. You'll have to send me a link of those because what I do is after the podcast, like I'll post on YouTube. I'd be happy to go ahead and link, where can we find your albums at? Do you have on Spotify or Apple Music?
yeah, all of my albums, and I'll definitely send you those links.
Yeah.
All of my albums can be found streaming virtually everywhere: Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, your granny's music, your auntie's music. Go over to Uncle Ted across the street, and he's got old TC playing on the old gramophone. But yeah, everything.
Got the record
everything's
player
the
out.
same. Exactly. I saw 2 crows holding up 2 cans and a wire listening to me. It was insane. But it's TC_Poole for everything. Poole.
Okay.
And you can also check out if you want to see how those were recorded. You can look at my YouTube, which has much more than just my albums there, but also all of my albums. A lot of those have the process through which I recorded. So I don't do traditionally recording methods, meaning for the uninitiated that might be listening, a lot of production and music production is done in what's called a DAW. This is like a Adobe Premiere or Photoshop, but for sound. And they do individual tracks, and there's a lot of dragging and dropping and clipping, and just like you would edit a video that you're really polishing up, this is how a lot of music is produced. The majority of, 90, I would say, 90% of music is recorded like this. Live albums, though, are done just as the title entails. Live. So I would record these live on stream, and then once I got the take down, then I would just master it offline and then do a compilation of those and put them up. So yes, all of my albums are streaming everywhere. I'm very proud of them. I have 11 lo-fi albums. You can listen to just chill background music.
Oh, I love lo-fi music.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, I'd love those were some of the first albums I recorded were the lo-fi albums.
My buddy
and I also
actually
have a jazz album. Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just relating. I have my buddy here, Austin, in chat. We have a mutual friend, the one I was telling you about that I make fun of. He'll come in chat too. We call him Pants, or we call him Tim. But he actually, I don't know if it was just an ADHD moment or if it was just something that he really wants to actually further. But he actually just released an album too on Spotify, and it's his first lo-fi album as well. I listen to a lot of lo-fi because I actually... I graduated in February with my associate's degree. I just re-enrolled and started last week for my bachelor's degree. And so when I'm up late doing homework, that's what I have going all the time is some lo-fi. It really stimulates my mind and helps me focus. And it's just like, it's the best creation ever. Like, I'm a huge fan.
Right. Yes. It's lovely how music is a tool like this, right?
Yeah.
I love to tell my students that music can really be the highlighter of life. No matter what emotion you want to feel at any given moment, music can just accentuate that. So if you need to study, there's music to study to. If you need to wake up, if you need to exercise, if you need to chill out, if you need to cry, if you need to laugh, if you need to remember, or if you need to forget, there's always music that can suit
absolutely.
your needs. Really, it's such a tool of life.
On the
But yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no! I was just rambling on about the music. So the lo-fi albums. I also play jazz. I have some funk albums and some dance albums, and I also did a streamer collaboration album. When I first started that first year, I noticed a lot of streamers were not really collaborating together as far as playing on tracks or making music together. I was like, what the heck? So I took it upon myself, since I can play all these instruments. I took it upon myself to, like, I would build a song and leave the bass off, and then send it to a streamer buddy I met, like Mikulski _ streamer from Siberia, and he laid the bass track down, sent it back to me. I mastered it, and then all of a sudden, I'm making an album with people from all over the world. That's
really cool.
Crazy. Yeah, yeah, I really want to do that again this time with kick musicians. That's another a project I have planned. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, speaking of music, I noticed a couple of your streams that are going. You described that. So you're always with this guitar, and every time I'm in there, I see you're in the guitar, and you are floating around the screen, and you are either floating on some type of flotation device, or you're floating on the back of a dragon. But you always have your guitar with you, and you made a comment that certain notes or chords or signals from your guitar can help you switch screens or something like that. Like how does that all play together? How does the guitar help you with that?
Ah, close. Okay, so
Okay.
what I've done with my guitar is that my guitar, from what you've seen, I've just been regularly playing guitar. The
Yeah.
reason it's strapped to me is because I'm just playing a lot of live music,
Mm-hmm.
excuse me, through my personal stream. The guitar doesn't really change scenes or visuals or whatnot. What it can do, and maybe what your ear heard, was me talking about or referencing it, that I've built some software that allows my guitar to control virtual instruments like a saxophone or a
That's
trumpet or a
yes, that's
flute.
what it was.
Yes, yes, yes. And
That's
that,
cool.
yeah, that is really, from a musical standpoint, that is absolutely mind blowing.
It
Um,
is.
what what I'm doing is controlling uh, MIDI instruments. A lot of musicians and a lot of people maybe have heard this term MIDI before and think of as it was maybe 5 or 10 years ago. But the way that MIDI is now, these instruments, these virtual saxophones and trumpets and trombones and cellos and whatnot, they sound so, well, one can make them sound very, very similar to the real thing. And so that's what we're mentioning there. This thing on my chest actually helps me change scenes on OBS. It's called the Sash of Nibelheim, the
Okay.
Traveler's Edition. Yeah. There's
All
lots of
right.
lore in my stream. So in addition to making music in virtual
Yeah.
worlds, part of the virtual worlds has led me down this path of making more of like a D&D, Lord of the Rings meets Willy Wonka, as we were saying before we
Yeah.
went live.
Yes, we said you're the Willy Wonka of
Yes.
the Kit community, of the streaming community. It's the Willy
So
Wonka tour.
there's actually an animated short on my YouTube about this sash and how I procured it. It was actually a gift to me from King Nibbleton, or King
Okay.
Nibelheim, excuse me.
You have to send me these links to these things because I like to go in and edit it, and I will put that in when I publish
I will.
this. I will
Definitely,
put that
definitely,
in there. I am super excited to work on this project.
definitely,
Speaking
definitely.
speaking of projects, right? So we've talked about when you decided to start streaming. It was during COVID. Was it at the start of COVID? So like 3 years ago.
Yes, right around that
Okay.
time.
Okay. When did you decide or realize that the VR world was like your niche? Like when did you start
Um,
taking an interest in doing, cuz it's yes, the arcade gallery museum showcase has gotten a lot of traffic on Twitter especially, but that's not the only world that you've created. How many worlds have
mhm.
you created? Or how many things have you
Um,
created?
thir- 13 total virtual locations
There
that I've
okay.
created so far. Yeah, 13. It's wild. So
That's
what got me into
insane,
that?
dude.
Yeah, yeah. It's I stay busy. I'm a busy little worker bee.
Do you sleep?
Yes, yes. Hence why the mask again. Doctor's orders. Last time I went to Dr. Malky, he said, "TC, you've got to get at least 10 hours of sleep, or you're gonna wake up way too ugly. You're gonna scare women and children all over Planet Funkatron. You got to get your sleep." So I mean, I'm under doctor's orders to get a lot of sleep. So
Understood. Yes.
uh, so why I got into the virtual world thing. So when I was first started streaming, I had no knowledge about OBS, no knowledge about Photoshop,
Yeah.
2D editing, 3D editing, let alone virtual world building. I had no idea of that. Once I started to stream my music, and I was like, oh, let me get a green screen. So I went down to the stove, threw up some green cloth, and then I had the idea. Okay, what am I going to put up there? Oh, what if I was in a spaceship? So I went on Google, got my PNG
You got
of
your
my little,
Falcon.
yeah, got my first little cockpit that I was there. And I just had one scene in OBS, didn't know anything about anything, but I knew in my brain, I was like, okay, I'm just going to pretend and role play like I'm in a spaceship. because Earth was crazy right at that time. So I was like, okay, I can't actually build a spaceship. So let me build a spaceship by pretending or virtually build a spaceship. And so I was flying away from Earth to get out of the craziness. Once I did that, I just started to, my hungry mind started to gobble up. And I was like, okay, how do I get another angle of this cockpit? How do I make more scenes? How do I transition? And then I quickly found myself in the 2D world of OBS and having to really be constrained by searching through just random Google images or wherever I could find free spaceship images. So there wasn't a sense of continuity. I was thinking like, how can I match the colors so the ship looks the same? And then I was like, whoa, what if I just do this all in 3D? What if I just pull up my boots, pull up my trousers. Wait, why are my trousers down? Pull up my suspenders. Pull up my suspenders. Trousers up. High and tight. So then I just was like, okay. I was like, okay, day one. Where do I start? And just started go left foot, right foot, left foot, right foot, and then before I knew it, I was looking around. I was like, oh my gosh, I got my first 3D world. And so that's what really got me on it, was just a snowball of creativity and wanting to lift off from planet Earth at that time.
That's awesome. So I know from a video that I saw, I think it was, funny enough, he's right there in the background over there, the Joker. He's a mutual content creator. He's become a friend of mine. Now, he had posted a video that you had done, and you had explained you have a section in the Falcon, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's off the Falcon, but there's a bar where you play at, and there's Hulk Hogan chilling at the bar.
Yeah.
That's true. I want you to know the whole reason why I want to get a little mini gaming PC and where I can go ahead and do this, because Steam and Apple need to get their shit together.
True.
But the reason, like the big reason, is I want to download this so I can go have a brewski with Hulk Hogan. Where did that idea come from? Why Hulk Hogan of all people?
Okay, so great question. Why Hulk Hogan? Why is Hulk Hogan at we call that bar the Brunar Narnia?
The Bruno Narnia.
The Brunar Narnia. So
okay.
Much like that name, the Brunar Narnia, it's sort of like a tip of the hat to the Chronicles of Narnia, just a book from my childhood. You'll find all throughout my creations in my virtual world little Easter eggs or projections of things that are nostalgic to me. Since I don't work for a gaming company and I don't really have anybody to answer to, I'm really building all this and all these virtual worlds with the thing in mind of what kind of represents me. A lot of creators, and I'm not judging anybody here, that go out to see like, okay, what can I make that people would want to see? And they research, and that's a skill in and of itself that I don't even have that skill developed at all. But they'll go and research to see how they can get more numbers here or viewers here. I've kind of taken a different approach and just said, okay, let me make this as a representation of like everything that's old school to me. Like, I grew up loving wrestling. You'll find Final Fantasy VII references, anime references like Cowboy Bebop. There's the swordfish flying around. There's
Cowboy
Faye,
Bebop.
There's Spike Spiegel. There's Samurai Champloo. There's Diablo 1 and Diablo 2, or all the Diablos. There's World of Warcraft Easter eggs. There's Final Fantasy VIII Easter egg. I mean, so just anything that I was like, oh, that will remind me of my past and the history of me and who I am. I'm a big believer in this little segue here. I'm a big believer in the power of storing memories on physical objects. Now, it's going to sound a little crazy here, but I mean, look, you're talking to a guy with a sash of Nibelheim in Deadpool cosplay, drinking coffee in a virtual world.
It just sounds like a hoarder, is what it sounds like. Is what we're getting at here.
The ability to store memories on objects. Now, hear me out here. How many times have you been walking by and smelt a fragrance or aroma that instantly conjures memories?
Every day.
This is exactly right. And
there's always like a smell, and it hits, and the memories come up, and you're just like, whoa, I haven't thought about that in fucking ages. Why does that remind me of that?
Yes. Or maybe, as I found not too long ago, I was rummaging through my mother's attic and I found a box of my old toys and I picked one up. And as soon as I touched it, it was like this gateway opened of memories that were stored in my brain, but I didn't have access to. So anyway, bringing that back into the virtual world, I'm hoping that as I build my my childhood friends and my memories into these kind of virtual worlds, that they help preserve my memory, and so I can remember the good times and the things in my past. I'm a big believer in that. Hold on to the little sentimental things in life, but not to the point of hoarding. Yes.
I was gonna say we were on the fine line of it. You know, you hit me with the I believe holding into a memory and you know objects. I'm like that sounds like a hoarder, TC. Like I'm not judging. But maybe it should be a different podcast. Are we a hoarder?
I'm balancing the tightrope. But yeah, Joker's one of the first people, our mutual friend here, that reached out to me as well. At the time
I love
he was
Joker.
His
Shout out to
Sidekick
Joker
community thing. Oh man, this guy, and he was one of the ones I sent the initial world idea to and ran some ideas before I had even published this, and he gave me some good advice that I took, and that advice worked.
That's awesome.
And this guy's production's crazy too, and his energy's crazy.
He is another one that I would love to get on my podcast, and I plan on reaching out to him about it. I know he's really busy. He's hanging out with his son today. He's doing fatherly duties. He's supposed to go live later tonight, and I'll be there. But his stream reminds me, in a sense, it's similar to yours in the aspect of it's very interactive. Streams. They're completely different, but they have some similarities to it, and I really like that. And I've taken bits and pieces of advice from watching your guys' streams and talking to you guys, and that's what gave me the idea to revamp it. It was you two, and there's another streamer, Lethal. He's on Twitch. They had given me some advice about how you guys do your streams and the interactions, and yeah. So do you want to take us on a tour here? Let's see who we got all up here. Walk us through it. You didn't grab a Kick Cola, though, so I would like to file a complaint about that.
Don't worry. Let me get this. One of my kitty cats has torn a hole in the space-time continuum. 1 second. Let me...
Oh, of course.
Top quality productions. Okay, this is TC Productions. There's nothing ever goes wrong here. Everything always goes according to plan.
Oh, my chat knows I am prone from mishaps. One stream we started where I was venting, and I ended up my washer started overflowing and seeped through my drywall that I have. So we spent like 15 minutes on stream of me cussing out the universe because then my washer was overflowing, and there's just a puddle of water in the corner.
Oh my gosh. Oh, by the way, chat, I hope you're having a good time out there. I don't have you guys out there, the chat pulled up on my monitors. So if you're saying anything to me,
I'll relay
it. If you relay it through, if you can, through the host here, Sin, and
yeah.
But anyway, thanks again for watching. So okay, a tour
yes.
here. This is where you first zone in to the Kick Streamer Gallery. You're greeted by a ferocious plant. It's all right though. It's on our side. We can't have any giant bugs buzzing around this skyscraper.
Love it. I'm not a bug person. I like it.
We're actually not in the first floor. If you look outside here, we're in this huge kick-themed metropolis city with this. I don't even know what that. Maybe one day we'll be able to venture to that crazy thing out there. I don't even know. So we zone in here, and you're greeted by two little cyborg robots. It says, "Welcome to the Kick Streamer Showcase." Telling you a little bit about this. Check it out. And a new addition here that we can look at is this little guy that says press B to take out your book. Okay, so I'm going to press B. Huh? So if I look down, what I've installed is a invisible virtual backpack. Every player or traveler adventurer that zones in here, you get this weightless invisible backpack, and if you press B, you can take out your book. This is my virtual Adventurers of TC virtual RPG companion with a little bit about what I do back here.
Oh my god, that is insane.
Yeah, so there's a little greeting about what the world is and a bit about me, and there I am. This was before the degrade of space-time travel. See, Chad, I was once a little cutie pie. Look, I wasn't always this. Don't look at me. Look away. What you can actually do in VR, if you're in VR, you hold the book out with your hand, Sorry. In VR, you have to grab over your shoulder to reach out of your backpack, and then you'll get your book in your hand. You open it up, and you can flip through the pages with your finger. It's so wild. On PC, which I'm on right now, you can click on the sides. You see this blue bar, and then it'll turn the page.
To clarify before we step any further, so this is something that you don't need a VR headset to experience this. You just need a Steam account and be able to download VR chat, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Despite the name, I know it's like naming like apples oranges. You know, it's like name a game VR chat, but oh yeah, by the way, you don't need a VR headset. I don't know what the people at VR chat were thinking. They should have talked to the captain here. I could have set them straight a little bit, okay? But yes, you do not need a VR headset at all.
Okay.
I'm trying to be the more normal version of myself. You'll hear me. I role play a lot. If you see me live on stream, I'm role playing as Captain TC Poole, this boisterous idiot like Michael Scott type character who thinks he's the captain and knows everything.
Love Michael Scott.
But is really a bonehead. That's so. If you ever hear me talking just wild in here, the captain just comes out. The lines are blurring, okay, between TC and who the real captain. Oh my gosh, I can't keep up with it. But okay, so as you turn through the pages of the book, I'll be adding pages as we go forward.
They look like Pokemon cards.
Yes. So what we're looking at here is based on the adventures of TC and my own personal show and all of that lore and story and what goes on there and quests and whatnot. I've built my community its own version of Hearthstone or Gwent or Pokemon. But instead of based on World of Warcraft characters or whatnot, it's based on all the characters inside of my virtual worlds, like the Chicken Wizard. Or Bjorn Ironbeard. You can see all these people. Dinkelheimer, Rufus Brinebeard, Grimblefunk, Vithalia. All in, you can find all these characters inside of our own game. On top of that, and one of the most fun things for me is to include my friends. I mean, how many of us were growing up playing our favorite games and being like, yo, if we made this game, we could have made this and this and this and this. Well, now I'm at the ripe old age of 188,000 years old. I can actually do some stuff. So I was like, okay, hold on. Let me build my friends and community into this. So you can see this card right here is Teowin.
Teowin just followed me actually on Kick. I meant to give a shout out, but we were talking. So Teowin, if you're still here, thank you for the follow.
Teowin is the best moderator I have. She's my favorite moderator. Also,
her card is beautiful.
My only moderator, my favorite moderator. Teowin, you're my favorite out of all my moderators right now. You. I just want you to know that. But yeah, if you want to come by and get in the Discord and get more involved with this kind of like Lord of the Rings D&D side of things, I'll make you your own card. Like Bamzel. Bamzel is a longtime Falconeer. I call my community the Falconeers after my spaceship, the TC Falcon.
Yep, there's Teowin. Thank you for being here.
But yes, the book, and here's a map of Funkatron, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. We need to go through the kick.
I like this. Let's just finish this right here. Talk us through this before we go look through Kick. I like it. Okay. I'm here. I'm really into this right now.
I love it. So in building the, as I was going through OBS and learning Unity and Blender and animation and all this stuff necessary to make the virtual worlds here in the video game, I was like, okay, every video game's got a map. I got to have a location. How am I going to do this? And so I was like, okay, how do people build maps? And just started learning. I looked up. I really have no D&D experience. I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. I'm just a huge nerd that likes Lord of the Rings stuff.
Same.
Huge
Lord of the Rings nerd. Never played D&D though. Yeah.
I would have fun watching D&D streamers. I think I would have less fun playing D&D. I don't know what it is, but I still love all of that stuff. I love high fantasy, orcs, goblins, elves, mage, wizards, witches, all that stuff. So I looked up a site called Incarnate that a lot of Dungeons and Dragons players and dungeon masters use to make maps. It's got a lot of, it's just really a friendly user interface. So I constructed this map that you can download the 8K version. Go ahead.
I was just giving you a little snippet here. Teowin says we both have to try D&D. Maybe maybe if we do, we can do it together. So we'll just be like, hey, we're giving it a shot.
Yes, right. Well, hopefully I'll have in the near future some D&D elements, more D&D elements to Planet Funkatron that we can go on quests that are homebrewed. Something
Okay.
I'm working toward is having more NPCs and quests and so Planet Funkatron,
Yes,
the
back to the
grand
map.
map.
Mm-hmm.
These are the locations we can visit, the starred locations. I have more locations. This is an older copy, but this gives you an idea of a way to kind of contextualize where you are in my world. Since I'm hosting my my show through VR chat, I'm
Yeah.
sort of having to cleverly disguise the playing experience as if it's not in VR chat. And a map like this helps. That way I can build the Drunken Dragon, one location, one VR chat world, but then still have it be nested in this map. If that is this making sense? I have a hard time articulating.
It's making sense. You are doing a good
Right on,
job,
right on.
actually.
So,
You're a
yes,
very
Planet-
good storyteller too. A very good
Oh, thank you.
storyteller.
Thank you. My next part. This guy over here, once upon a time, this summer, in a world. Oh wait, hold on. Come over here.
Okay.
The Kick Cola.
The Kit Cola, yes. I've been
Yes,
waiting
all
for
right.
this.
So this silly little thing is I don't want Kick to get the wrong idea. There is actual no Kick Cola. None of this makes me any money. Kick, don't sue me because I don't have any money. So, what do you want? You want this key? You want this sash of Nibelheim? You'll never get my sash. You'll never get the captain sash. Kick Cola. This just gives some more interactivity, if that's a word, to the world instead of just being able to walk around and view and chop it up with people and chat over
Yeah.
comms or whatnot. You can.
When I
go
saw it in
over
your
here.
video, I was like, that's a cute little thing. I'm like, look, it's like they even got a little soda machine here.
Yeah, and it's working. It's a working vending machine, so you can.
That is
literally
awesome.
a cola and virtually walk around. So when we, I'm hoping to plan a party with a lot of creators here, a streamer
that'd be
meetup or a
so
streamer
cool.
meet and greet. Imagine being able to tell your audience and your audiences, hey, you know how like stand-up comedians or musicians will do meet and greets after their show? Well, we could do a huge, like, community meet and greet where you can come in here, chop it up with your favorite streamers, and your fans can come and chop it up with you. Really cool ideas that are blossoming through this Kick community showcase. Look at this little guy. He's getting down. Whoa. This is one of the I don't know how this guy's called a mink dink. They're little gnomes of Planet Funkatron. He must have come here with me. Let me throw my
I
gotta get
noticed
trash cans.
a.
We're gonna be littering everywhere.
Oh my goodness, can't have that. I noticed there was another streamer. She had just posted. I cannot remember her name actually. But you just responded to her. You retweeted it. I just saw it in my news feed. But when she was doing a live reaction, essentially, she was going up for the first time and live streaming it, and she was looking at her booth, and there was somebody there with like a camera, and they're taking pictures. She goes, "Oh yes, I know, I'm famous." I was like, "Yes, absolutely."
Yeah, that's Callie Crochet. Yeah.
Callie Crochet. That's what. Yes. I have to check out her page now because that was great. I was like, I need to find your page. Instant follow. That was fantastic.
It was so it's been so crazy let's say the accidental byproducts of positivity that are happening through this. For instance, some streamers have been by. I was in Lauren Shea LA's stream the other night, and she was like, "Oh yeah, I was in TC's virtual world walking around, and I noticed this streamer had some merch, and they had a coffee mug. I didn't know they had a coffee mug. I'm gonna get that coffee mug of theirs." So
that's
other
awesome.
streamers are seeing y'all's merch. They're seeing your other. Oh, I didn't know this person had songs on Spotify. I didn't know they had a YouTube. Let me check this out.
Oh,
I
that's
didn't
so
even know they streamed on
cool.
Kick. So people are learning of other people and building connections and networking, which is really cool to see, because it's not like when I was building this, I was rubbing my paws to like, yes, everyone's gonna network and this is gonna be yes. I was more or less building this like, hey, I bet some people might find this cool. I don't know.
Yeah, you can tell you
I was like,
genuinely
oh,
did it. I feel like you genuinely did it, like because you just thought for yourself it was a cool thing to do, and you're like, maybe others might like this. Like you had no intent on making anything off of this, or trying to blow up off of
right.
this, or trying to like no
Yeah.
hidden agenda with it. You just genuinely were being
Right.
creative and having a good time and wanted to share it with people. I think that's why
Yes.
a lot of
Yes.
us are so interested in it because it's like a genuine, like from the heart, like you're just being you, and that's what makes it really cool and
Yeah.
unique.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you. I appreciate those kind words. I didn't try to hype it
absolutely.
up or like do some kind of like dropping a streamer gallery in 5 days. Be sure to like and follow. Like, and I'm not. As I say it like that, I'm
Yeah.
not trying to knock on that way and not judging
No,
anybody that
it's just
does this
not
sort
your
of thing.
niche.
But
It's not what you
it
do.
wasn't how. Yes, it's not how this went through. I was
Yeah.
my disposition was really like, okay, I'm coming over here on Kick. I don't really know anybody. I don't have a lot of money, so I can't like gift a lot of subs to anybody or support people that way. I don't have a big audience, so I can't shout out to my if I had a huge community and be like, yo, go follow these people, they're cool. I didn't really have a lot to give other than hard work, skill, and time. And so I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
what currency do I have? How can I contribute to this wave of this Kick community and this whole platform and people flooding over here and all this positivity that's happening? That's really kind of like taken me by surprise. I didn't expect it to just the internet in general, any place on the internet to be so positive. But seeing what currency I had through hard work and my skills, I was like, okay, let me do a little something. I can give back. I can, everybody wants to tug on in the game of tug of war, right? We're all on this one side or on a rope pulling, and I'm just doing my part to pull along with everybody else. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's your
Mm.
cat friend here?
This kitty cat. Okay, so I need you all to help me name this kitty cat. A cat has just somehow wandered up to the 155th floor of this Kick skyscraper. So we're gonna need to name it. I think I'm either gonna I guess I'll tweet out
Yeah,
and
you should
ask
do
you
it.
guys'
You should do a tweet for suggestions, and then take top suggestions or liked ones and do a poll
yes.
and
Okay,
break it
so
down to
top,
like
yeah,
3
we'll do.
tiers.
There we go. Good,
Yeah.
good. I'm terrible about that kind of stuff.
I'm really good at marketing. I can help you with this if you want.
Okay, great. Yeah, I will definitely be reaching out because I do not know anything about that. Oh my goodness, great. I know more about C major 7 and Udon sharp and C sharp, LUA.
Yeah, see, now you're speaking gibberish to me.
Public bools, Boolean system. Oh no, oh, God. All right, and everyone is left. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and just start another stack. We're gonna start another line. Welcome to TC's coding. Oh God, no! Can you imagine? I'd fall asleep. I wouldn't even. I'd be like,
Oh my gosh.
TC's been live for 10 hours, but asleep for 8. All right, GG. But yeah, okay. I put the first class of all those. One thing Kick is doing really cool. A cool thing that Kick is doing and pioneering just in streaming in general is being able to pay streamers an hourly rate. They started with this test pool called the Kick Streamer Incentive First Class or something like this. So I put all those people up there because I mean, how badass is that? That any company wants to implement that kind of idea. I mean, other companies and most companies will be like, no, we're just gonna take all your money and let you do it for free. All right.
Yeah,
go.
no
All
names
right, have a great
mentioned.
day.
Purple app.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Exactly. So, again, if this gets this platform and these people and these streamers more of a push, then everyone sees more of us. Yeah. You can watch videos inside of this. If you have a YouTube channel
that
with
is
some
so
videos
cool.
up, I can put we have Grim, an awesome musician. Talk about production. This guy's got. If you're into metal and
Yeah, I just saw your tweet about him too, actually.
oh man, cool production. I can't believe I hadn't heard of Grim sooner. I've only recently discovered Grim. He gets done up, cosplays the whole thing. I mean, he shredding on his ship. Scenes look amazing, continuity, great production. But yeah, the video players are awesome. I mean, Jeremy Wurst over here has got some voluptuous, curvy familia. I think that's the actual Latin term. Curvius, familius, rumpius.
Sounds about right.
That's the I'm just
Sounds accurate.
I'm just trying to use the Latin here. I'm Misco lightly. Yeah. Oh, we did a count last night. There's 85 streamers that I've been able to put up so far.
That is insane.
In a week. In a week. This world is just a week. Yeah, a week old.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
Well, more about like 9 days now, but from inception, from me sitting here and being like, I was working on another project. I was like, oh, what if I made a kick gallery? Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Project.
My sister, who doesn't do anything with gaming at all whatsoever, created a Kick account and just came in to come talk in the chat to view this podcast, this interview. Shout out to my big sister. She's the best support system ever.
What's happening, big sis? What's good? Nothing here to see. Just a normal streamer.
Got this crazy guy here.
Oasis. You're my wonder. Whoa. All right, I have the voice of an angel. The voice of. All right, sorry, that's the captain coming out. I gotta reel it in.
Yeah, we gotta tone this back down.
I'm trying to.
Now,
put
what
in
does he
NPCs. This guy, okay, so every video game needs a way to guide players along and tell people where you're going. So instead of doing signs, yes, I was like, okay, let me do it to the next level. Let me not just put up a sign that says elevator this way, but let me put in an NPC and further, just make it lively. So he's kind of just standing idle. And we named him Sir Kix-a-Lot. I couldn't think of anything. I'm gonna need y'all's help naming these NPCs. This is gonna be very, very crucial going forward as we.
I'm totally cool with you changing the names, but you have to keep his as Sir Kix-a-Lot because that's just like an OG name. You have to keep that one.
Kix-a-Lot. Yeah. He needs to have like a whole knight, like a whole squad of knights. Of kick knights.
There you go.
Oh, this is one of the new.
This is cool. I have not seen this yet.
Oh, you haven't seen this yet? All right, great. This is the.
I haven't even seen my own booth yet.
Oh my! What?
Yeah, I haven't.
What? We gotta go. We're going back there right now.
Oh, okay.
Okay, now this is all right. Don't exactly have this memorized. All right.
No, it's fine. There's only 85 in the last 9 days. I mean, you should definitely have this memorized. Look at that.
But yeah, I'll.
So actually, if you look over to the left real quick,
that place we were at,
you will see on the.
Wait. This is.
Yes. So you'll see on the wall right there. There's like a merch as a T-shirt.
It is.
That's actually my sister who's in the chat. She actually makes my merch for me.
Is this the wrong name?
It is. That's the first ever. So we haven't put too much into it yet. City is it wasn't really about making the name of the community, and it's just Sin with 2 N's, some shirts, 1 underscore and X.
I'll definitely.
Yeah, she's the one who did that.
That's
fine. That is so cool to see.
Yes,
I'm totally fangirling over myself right now.
Oh yes, and it looks great, and I love that sentiment that you spoke of. You were like, I didn't really make this to make money. I just kind of made it because a couple people wanted it, and it sounded cool. I have found that the more I hold on to that as a creator, that notion, and let it be an axiom from which I let every decision be affected by, I am so much more happier. Because I'm terrible at making money. I'm just bad, and I don't want to fail.
I found that with the content creating, it's about we're just having fun. And when I find friends to play video games with, or people to do podcasts and interviews with, and we have fun, that's when I genuinely enjoy doing this. I don't do it for the money. I will say though, this last month on Kick, it was my first official full-time month on Kick. I was able to actually pay my mortgage bill with it. We had a really rough month and a half, and thanks to Kick and my community and stuff, I was able to actually take care of that bill, which is a huge thing. I was like, holy smokes, I was able to do that on my own.
Heck yes, what a good feeling. Yes,
it was a super cool feeling.
Keep that fire going. Let that be wind in your sails, and I would encourage you to really think deeply on that moment, so you can when and if things get hard in the future, as life inevitably does, you can recall with great clarity that feeling of positivity you feel in these moments right here. Cool stuff. Really cool stuff to hear. Right on.
Yeah, this is awesome to see though. This is so cool seeing my booth. I have my own little booth in an arcade. Look at me. It's cute. It is so crazy how it's like I'm looking at this image actually on my my like my computer myself. Like it's so weird how like this isn't a VR game and it's so clear and it looks like it does on my actual channel.
Yes.
This is insane,
yes.
TC.
Right on, right on. Oh, y'all got to hear this real quick. So, a heart touching moment that melted my old ice cube. Last night, I was running around in here, and there was a streamer coming by. I can't recall the name, and he was like, "Hey, have you what's up?" Cool, because he was in the world and just went up to me. He was like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Hey, nice to see you. Thanks for checking it out. Your booth's over here." Showed him his booth. He got offline. A few minutes later, somebody else came in and they were like, "Hey, have you seen so and so's booth?" And they had like a child. It was a child's voice, a very young person.
Aww.
And I was like, "Yeah, man, let me show you over here." He's like, "Yeah, he's my dad." And so I showed him his booth, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, that's my dad! That's my dad!" And so to be like, how cool is that to be able to give that to somebody like? A streamer being like, "Yo, son, look, your old man is in a video game." Like, that's freaking, that gives me the chills. How awesome is that? That's fuel enough.
That is so cool.
Oh, that's got my gas tank on full. I'm ready to work right now. I'm about to get the. Excuse me. Let me get... But yeah, what a great
I
a great
love
moment.
That. That is awesome.
Yeah, just a nice, a positive byproduct of. I guess that's what happens when you put good energy out there and do stuff just with no kind of profit or anything in mind, whether it be political gain or networking capital or whatever it is. Really cool to see. Yeah, that's you. Look at them, y'all.
That is so cool. This is the coolest thing ever. I can't even lie.
I can't believe you haven't seen the rooftop. We got to go back to the rooftop.
Yeah, no, let's go to the rooftop. I'm excited.
To show this. So as a musician, a long-time musician, lifelong musician, I was, hello, Star Kicks a lot. We're just going to go up there. Don't mind us. All right. So I was thinking of a way, because that one floor was getting very populated. I was like, okay, the more, I got a lot of streamers in the DMs and the queue now that on my list to make booths. We've got to expand. Since we're not on the first floor, we're going to be expanding down, but also up one more level. So the 155th floor, where we were, where we zone in, is the top floor of the Kick. I don't know what we're gonna have to name the building too. What do we call it? Kick Tower? I don't know. This would be the rooftop area where I'm gonna put the musicians. Destro X88X, I've known him for a while. He streams he streams on Kick now. I knew him back in the day from streaming on Twitch. He's actually on an album of mine.
I saw that you were looking at doing breaking it up or like starting to do like by tiers. So you have like the musicians, you have people who do like podcasts, you have people who do like certain games, like to like kind of break it up to like in tiers of floors and stuff. I saw you had made that update that was a path you were thinking about taking. I like that. It feels really organized too.
Right. Yes, exactly. Organization and easy to navigate through. That way, something happens in video games and in real life called the choice paradox. Restaurateurs recognize this because they realize they were like, okay, the more menu items we have on a menu, the longer it takes our tables or our patrons to place an order. The shorter the menu, the quicker the turnaround time, so the quicker these, or the more money these restaurateurs could make. Now this happens to be everywhere. The more everywhere in life, the more choices one is presented with, the least likely they are to make a choice. So given that I was like, okay, because this thing I've got really, this world is going to get really, really big. I'm really excited for the next couple of months. With that in mind, I was like, okay, we got to start making some like segments so people can find the musicians, people can find the hot tub streamers, people can find the DJs. A streamer reached out from the Latino community that was like, yo, TC, it would be really cool if you made like a Latin section for all of the Central America, South America, the Latina community. So we made downstairs on the 155th floor, we call it, she had the great suggestion of call it La Zona Latina. She had suggested the Latino corner, but I was like, corner sort of has like negative connotation, right?
Yeah.
Like think about nobody puts baby in a corner. All you old heads, no dirty dancing. So, and I think about when you get put in timeout, you get put in a corner. So language is so much of life that I was like, okay, maybe not a Latino corner, but so I asked her what a cool name would be. She was like, La Zona Latina. And I was like, oh man, that sounds fucking awesome. So a
Yeah.
whole Latino section, and yeah, more to come in this crazy. Oh, here's some of the hot tubs. Check this out. Got the Kick
Oh,
logo
that's so cool.
in the
Oh,
water
look at
there,
that.
right on it. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, dude. This is insane that you've done all of this. It's so crazy.
Yeah, it's wild. So, I know it's so crazy. Oh my God, it's overwhelming to me at times. At most times, these video players, by the way, like this random one here, has one of my YouTube videos songs playing. But you can come up here. Any player can come here and enter a YouTube URL, so that way you can listen to your own music or watch whatever videos you want. You can
Oh
watch,
my gosh.
like movies or watch parties.
Oh, that
One
is
thing my
so
stream used to do.
cool.
Well, that I really want to bring back is after my streams, my community used to have watch parties of, I think we watched through Cowboy Bebop. We would watch an episode
Yeah.
after the stream as like an after stream watch party.
Yeah.
That way we could all hang out and watch a quick like 20-minute episode. So
My
stuff
friend
like that.
does that. My friend does it. He'll do watch parties, and he will do like we'll have movie nights in his Discord, and so we'll set it where it's like it would range from like once a week to like once every other week or once a month, somewhere around there. Depending on like his real life schedule and streaming schedule, and then all of us were content creators too, so but we would get together and we would watch movies actually in the Discord. There'd be like 10 of us just chilling in there. We'd be on mute, and we'd sit there and watch the movie and like unmute and crack some jokes and laugh together and stuff, and it's a really cool time hanging out with people. It was really, really good, because like you had mentioned when you started this when COVID hit and you couldn't be around people, like it was a really good source to have to actually still interact with people. Yeah.
And I'm glad you said Discord right there. It's so hard to very concisely explain this entire production, what's going on. So one way that I've kind of started to try to help people frame it in their minds is using Discord as an analogy. If you think of this as a virtual Discord, where instead of screen sharing and being in a Discord call, you're simply in a video game with an avatar, still with voice comms, still with a screen to share, but you get this 3D space to walk around in. It's really like Discord gaming hybrid. It's like the 2023 version of AOL Instant Messenger. For those that might not know what that is, you'll have to look back into the 1700s to find what this is. It was pioneered by Jebediah AOL was his actual name, the founder of
AOL.
Yes, Jedediah, preceded by his. Okay, this is. I'm trying to hit every analogy, every age generation I can analogy. This is today's AOL Instant Messenger. This is today's Ventrilo. This is today's. What was that thing we used to use back in the day? Not Ventrilo, but...
Havo, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Welcome in.
Hey, welcome into old references from the 70s, 80s, and today.
We're showing TC's real age right now, guys.
Oh my God.
Ancient.
Look, we went over this. I'm the youngest man alive. I've never been this young in my whole life. Look at my youngness. Look at my youth. Look at the glow. No, this is a blimp that I put in.
I was just looking at that.
Yeah, isn't this crazy?
That is so cool.
I didn't know what to put up there. An idea I want to run by you is I was and you all is I'm thinking about putting like a collage of streamers, like just little, maybe I don't know, like 10-second clip, and then switch to another one, and just a bunch of streamers playing on a video up here, like just a big montage. I don't know.
That'd be cool.
What do you think I should put up there? Or maybe like feature a streamer's video, like featured streamer of the week. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, after you kind of, get things settled, because you're still building right now, but having like a featured streamer of the week, something like that would be really cool. Like have like a vote of it, like within your Discord community or through your Twitter as you start growing more. Because you're getting in a lot of traffic for this, like a lot of traffic for this. It'd be really cool to see something like that go up there on screen, like featuring, or you could do, like what your next projects are. You know what I mean? Like the projected of like what you're working on next, like the newest updates of what you're looking at, or that might be something you probably showcase on like the first floor when you walk in, though, or something like that.
Right on. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like so I got this big kick sign up here. Look at this glowy thing with the stars.
Yeah, I
And
really like all the real, like, you're honing in on like the green and black theme of Kick. And so it's really like
yes,
when you look at it, you're like, okay, this is a building that is, for this app, this platform. It's
yeah,
really, really
yeah,
cool to see
exactly.
it.
I'm trying to. In my other worlds, you'll see my name plastered everywhere because it's
Yeah.
just Adventures of TC Poole. But in here, I'm really holding on to the ideal and the paradigm of don't make this about you, TC. Talking to myself, like don't put made by TC everywhere, right? Like don't. That way it becomes less, hey, look at me and what I'm doing, and more about, hey, look at us and look at what we're all doing. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
The Drunken Dragon, the TC Falcon, that's got TC Pool stuff everywhere. Trying to keep my name to a minimum is I think a good disposition to go to, or to hold on to.
Oh, shout out to you guys, chat. Thank you, Teo and Havo, for the follow. You guys have been you helped me reach 100 followers this stream, so that's pretty cool. We officially reached 100 on Kick.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah.
Triple digits. Look at them, y'all.
It's pretty exciting, actually. The
That
growth on
extra
this platform has been...
digit.
It makes a difference. Like, you don't think it would, but
God.
then like once you hit it, you're like, oh wait, that's actually pretty cool.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Streaming on Kick has put a lot of wind in my sails as a creator.
Yeah.
Over on Twitch, it was very hard to show this kind of production to the right people. Like Twitch
Yeah.
was doing just a really bad job of where to put my stream. But I mean, albeit this is a very strange thing, but I think that platform and other platforms really dropped the ball, because as soon as I got on Kick, and then Kick was like, "Oh, you're doing this stuff? Oh,
Yeah.
Let me just shout this out to everybody
Yeah.
to see if
I
people
feel
like
like
it." And then,
I feel like overall this community has been really welcoming, accepting, more eager to actually talk with each other, more eager to actually you're not just a number viewing on this stream. Like, you actually sit there and you
Right.
talk with people and you gain the followers. It's been very I mean, I'm not in no way, shape, or form am I a big time streamer. I'm growing every day. I still see myself as little, and
same here.
I have almost 3,000 followers on Twitch, and I would average like 3 viewers a stream. And then you come on here, and we just hit 100, and we've been averaging between 10 and 20 people this entire stream for the last hour.
Right.
So it's like the numbers. It's just, I haven't even really started. I stopped paying attention to it really at a certain point, because I really just like. I just like going live and just talking with people who I get in here. Like with you, I really just wanted to enjoy talking with you, getting to, know you as a person, because we've connected on social media, getting to see what you've created, learn about, all this cool shit you've done, because like I said, I knew that the gallery was something you did, but when I went into your stream, there was so much more that you had to offer. It's not just this arcade, this gallery. Like, you have worlds you've created. And I made a comment to my friend, here's the Latina section. I made a comment to my friend Austin, who was in here earlier. I was like, dude is literally flying on the back of a dragon playing a guitar right now. I'm like, I have never seen this before.
I love it.
Like,
Yeah,
this is
and
wild.
That dragon has a name and a backstory. One of my favorite book of all time is the Silmarillion. It's in the Lord of the Rings universe, the Tolkien universe.
Yeah.
For those that don't know and maybe have heard of Lord of the Rings or seen the movies, those 3 books are preceded. Did I use that word right? Yes. What comes before? There we go. Those books is a book called the Silmarillion, and there's so much continuity and tying through. There's just so much to that book. Anyway, I love that aspect, so I'm taking that into my own creation as well. So all the characters that you see will have a backstory and will talk about each other, or there's politics going on planet Funkatron. There's a Gross by the Gross shortage. There's Yoinkleberry Islands. Yoinkleberries, for goodness sakes. Come on. Look, let's tell this guy. Look at this guy. What are you doing over here? Yoinkleberries.
So a lot of these characters that we're seeing in here right now, like this one, for instance, are these NPCs that are just kind of all around, like, hanging out?
Yes, so you'll find NPCs, you'll find if I do this correctly, you won't be able to tell who's an NPC and who's real. Well,
I couldn't.
I keep
I
that
couldn't at first.
yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good immersive.
That's why I had to clarify. I wasn't sure. I was like, no, these people that
good.
are in here are these NPCs.
Good. Well, I shouldn't have revealed the magic trick. Rewind. Yes, those are actual real humans. But yeah, the Latina community. Boom. They putting little 3D objects in that I'm to help populate and make this even more of a unique place. Not just 2D panels of everyone's, but here Zaloba. She's the one that recommended this whole section here, the La Zona Latina. I was like, hey, what 3D objects could I put in? I'm not Latino, so I don't want to like put in anything that's like over the top offensive.
Yeah,
you know?
that would be deemed as like me being a racist right now. Yeah, I get that.
So I was like, what, you as a representative of the Latina community, would be a good, and she was like, put a soccer ball in there. I was like, bet, yes, soccer ball, good, excellent. But yeah, populating it even further that way.
Like if we're putting in inanimate objects, I'm just saying, if you have a bottle of Jaeger that you're able to put near a shelf near my booth, that's pretty spot on. I don't drink as much as I used to, but if I am, it is the Jaeger. As you know, people can see in chat, it's right back here in the right behind me is a bottle of Jaeger that's also been at the same level and back there for like the last like 2 months, but we're not dying.
I've got you. Let me DM me, and I'm totally serious about this. I will forget what you just said. I've already forgot. What are we talking about? But if you DM me that, if you message me that, then I will definitely put a bottle of Jaeger. I'll put a whole case of Jaeger for you.
Perfect.
Yeah, there's a couple of portals in this world. Actually,
I was going to ask what these are right here.
Yeah, that link to the mothership here. My big spaceship, my first world that I started from. I built the TC Falcon, and once I got the spaceship built, I was like, okay, well, spaceships got to travel, right? We got to go to some planets. So I built Planet Funkatron and Planet Boopeter. Planet Boopeter is a haunted planet, and we spend the entire month of October to help remind us of planet Earth on our favorite haunted planet, which is like a Halloween-themed planet.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Can you, do we have time? Are you able to take us on the Falcon?
Yeah. Heck yeah. Hold on, my mouse is. Come on, mouse. Not today. Live. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Resuscitation. I almost had to get out the defib. All right. The AFib, defib. All right.
The
mouse
fib.
is on its last. The fib. Gotta fib them up. Fib them up. Bob, go ahead, get out the fib. Click. Yeah, let's walk in here. Hold on. Okay, the TC Falcon. Yes.
This is the one that's so cool too. This is where I seen you at the first stream.
The TC Falcon. See,
yeah.
Yet another a photo of me before the degradation of space-time travel.
You're killing me.
Reminding me of days gone by, the days of yore. All right, ignore this sign. This is an old sign. We're just gonna get that out of the frame real quick. All right. Yes, the TC Falcon. This is the reception area.
There we go.
Of the TC Falcon. Mouse, please work. This is Scarlet, my computer AI. She's sitting at the reception area. This is actually a live shot of the outside of the spaceship. So if you see other players in here and they're out here flying these ships or around Buckathon, that dragon, you'll see them running around on this this video player here. The big ship, the mothership.
That is
Crazy.
So cool.
So wild. Wow, my mouse is just not.
Your mouse is just like, listen, dude, we're done.
I know you're gonna hear me like bop on it a lot. I've screenshotted a lot of you all's kind words over the years that I've been doing this, and to help explain what's going on and to help put wind in my sails when the going gets tough. It's nice to read kind words that have been said, like this person. Look at this. So this ain't going so well. Says, this realm of yours seems real enough. It could be a portal to the metaverse for players to choose their gateways into other games and streamers. Exactly. See, that's exactly like what we did with the Kick Streamer Showcase. Is make it
that's so
make
cool.
it for players or streamers to connect with other streamers. Let's go down here. This is a huge spaceship, by the way. I'll try to give a good tour as we go through. Yes, the TC Falcon, the Great Halls of Lore, displaying some of my artwork and the adventures that we go on. This is me on top of a giant rat. Me battling more rats.
Hi, Nikki. Welcome in.
The Sash of Nibelheim here. Welcome in, Nikki. Welcome in. Nothing to see here. Just
we're touring the TC Falcon now, and we're looking at all of his fond memories of defeating Master Splinter. It looks like on roids.
Yeah, no, not Master Splinter. He's cool. He's cool. These are the rats that attacked me. Okay, so in the animated short that you'll see later when you go and watch it, getting this Sash of Nibelheim, we were ambushed by a bunch of assassins, this Rat King. But I actually won the day as usual, and have him over here.
Oh wow!
Up, that old Rat King.
He looks so defeated.
You can see trying to cash in on the $1 billion Poolong bounty. Poolong is the international currency or the galactic currency that we use here. It's my tip of the hat to Cowboy Bebop's Woolong. I call it Poolong instead. Poolong bounty is put out. The old Rat King came after Captain Poole's naughty book of secrets. No one let the rat get away. We keep him under lock and key. Oh,
Nikki says that is a big ass rat. Yeah, he's pretty large.
It is a big ass rat, not a big ass rat. It is very important where you put the emphasis in that. It's a big ass rat, a rat of ass. Going out through here, going into the cantina. Here's some more artwork that I made. These are just kind of done up screenshots of the live show.
This is so crazy how you've done all this.
Yes.
How much time would you say, how much real life time would you say that you've put into just the Falcon alone?
That's hard to quantize. I live a very strange life. I was born under a blood moon to a pack of wolves, so I don't really have a family. I don't go on dates. I don't have any kids. I have a lot of time in my life right now to dedicate to this. So I live a very non-normal samurai-like lifestyle. So a day in the life of TC involves me waking up. I get on my bicycle first thing, go ride to a coffee shop, drink some Funkatroni and bean water, get my mind going for about 30 minutes, do some work on the old laptop arena, networking, getting on Twitter, etc., Discord. Then I ride back and I start working, and I just endlessly work on this. So I don't know how many hours are in a day. 24 times. I do this all the live long day. All the live long day.
All right, that's fair.
TC's Funky Cola, another way to just like I built the Kick Cola, one way for me to build my community in this, because I don't want this to just be a shrine to TC as much as I love myself. Laughing. I want to build my community into it as well. So you'll see on this vending machine, one of my cats, Abu, he gets his own Limonado Pool water. Another one of my cats, Princess Cola. A streamer friend of mine, longtime supporters, get their own sodas, RVJ. These are just people that have been longtime supporters of what I'm doing here, and so trying to build them into their own video game.
That is too cool.
I try to make it as a mindset of like, I used to love World of Warcraft.
Did you just throw a soda at her?
No, I just said, did I? Oh my God, I'm
did.
sorry. I'm sorry.
You just threw soda.
Don't worry about it. We'll just put. Oh my gosh, I didn't know I could launch these sodas. That's awesome. How do I do that? Oh, okay. This is cool. New discoveries. Oh
Tune in TC's next stream. He's throwing soda cans at everybody.
We got to make a Kick Bago game. Scarlett, write it down in the Naughty Book of Secrets. We're going to put kick bagos so we can play each other, or whatever you call it. Washers. Washers. Them old washers. Gotta get that all. Watch out for that all in the washers. Get in the truck. All right. But yeah, building my community into this, not only through the playing cards, but just putting you all in vending machines or on the in the artwork or wherever we like. Here's old Hulk Hogan.
There's Hulk Hogan.
Brother. Now Hulk Hogan, his kidneys seem to be failing. His eyes are very yellow, indicative of kidney failure and jaundice. We're gonna have to get Hulk Hogan over to Dr. Meowky. Let me go get some. We got to get some medicine for Hulk Hogan. Of course, we have an infirmary here on the TC Falcon. Every ship needs a doctor. I've reached out. This is part of like the D&D part of the stream. There's a professor system where you can join the Discord and start a tutelage and study under one of the 3 professors, and the professors will give you quests to do and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
I don't know why I seem surprised because his name is Meowky. But yet, still, when you walked up to him and I saw he was a humanized cat, I was still shocked.
Yes, Dr. Meowky, one of the finest physicians on planet Funkatron. He's never lost a patient, as you can see. Perfect medical record. Always has everything under control. But yeah,
he looks like he has everything under control.
One of the community members, Clooney Blues, one of his quests was to create a elixir, and so once he in Discord wrote out his once Clooney Blues completed his quest by discovering or creating an elixir for us, I was like, okay, how can I put that into the 3D world so the community can see their creations come to life? So I put the Narplaxium, we call it. I don't even know what the effects of this are. An asteroid orbiting Narplaxium, rich in blood oxygen. Can I throw this too? Oh, I can throw it. Oh no!
Oh no! Where'd it go?
It's out. Oh god!
No!
It's all right. So that's just gonna be. That's like our time capsule. That's gonna travel all the way to Andromeda.
Oh my god!
It'll be a while. It'll take a while to go there. But yeah, this. I'm
clipping that just so you know. That's going on TikTok like immediately.
Like I was saying earlier, everything goes according to plan here on the TC Falcon. I've got everything under control. The captain is in perfect working order at all times.
You were grabbing medicine for Hulk Hogan's failing kidneys, and you just tossed it into the
Hulk,
space.
Hold on, Hulk. I'll get you that tag later. We're in a tag team match. The Falcon Forge is another place. I mean, this is good. We could just keep going through this. This is.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
There, I've cloned myself to make sure the assassins can't find the right one. I call them the Poole boys. They're genetically modified clones of myself. Here's Bjorn Ironbeard working tirelessly. We saw his card earlier. He's got a card.
Yeah.
A little bit about him. Cool. Exposition. You can learn about all these items, like what this is, the Buckstone. I'm trying to really just kind of flesh it out so the world feels like it has history, like it has context. That growing up to me in books and video games was everything, and so just trying to do my little tip of the hat to my literary heroes like Tolkien and the like.
TC, this is absolutely amazing. Honestly, this is astounding, the stuff that you have created.
Thanks.
This is unlike anything I've ever witnessed.
It's wild, isn't it, right?
This is
we can
crazy.
Sit around these booths, have watch parties. I've got some videos already playing. Old Toe Jam and Earl.
So are that video back there? These are just like how you were showing in the showcase, the museum on the top floor. You can put like a link, and it will play the video for you. That is too freaking cool.
Yep, you would just type in your link right there, whatever it is. Make sure it's the full link as well. You can't start with www. You have to do the whole https://. But yeah, this is a big screen that you can watch big stuff. We got a dance party going on out here. I mean, look at this guy's moves here. Let's see if I got this.
Oh yeah. There you go.
Everything you know.
You nailed it.
Free dance lessons. There's also mini games we can play in here while we're chilling. We can actually play beer pong.
Oh my gosh.
undefeated all time. See me get that first shot. Okay, I never miss a shot. I never miss a name. I never miss a place. I never miss a thing. Captain's rules, captain's luck. Here we go. Can I get another shot in? Here we go. Oh, blind. Exactly. See, I was showing you the length of the table there. I meant to miss that.
No. I knew exactly what you were doing.
Okay, good. Just making sure we're all on the same page here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Skee ball.
I am the skee ball champ. I will let you know. I am.
Well, you're gonna kick my booty on skee ball. I don't even
Me and
know.
my sister, actually, the one who was in here earlier, when we take our kids to Chuck E. Cheese, because we still go to Chuck E. Cheese, we go for the skee ball machines, and we'll spend the entire hour and a half, 2 hours, while they're all running amok. We're playing skee ball.
Skee ball, the OG. But yeah, this is like a skee ball thing. I'm gonna end up putting a lot of these mini games in the Kick streamer gallery as well, like a section where we can, like a lounge area.
That is so cool.
Yeah. Got the movie poster over here. Okay, Spielberg, Bay, you know, the Coen brothers, they're all in the captain's emails. They're like, yo, let me produce your movie. Let me get the script. Let me get the rights. And I just respond to Spielberg and I just go, lol. That's all I type back. Look, the captains ain't got time for Steven Spielberg. Steven who? Spill my coffee all over myself.
He was just shaking your machine. He was just, that guy was just demolishing your little arcade game that you had there.
I'm staying away from that. That zombie, that came alive. I don't know what kind of
He was raging.
Oh, here's the top turnbuckle tea house for those adventurers
so
land
cute.
here. A little mage here. Another way of building my community ends. Starry Night and Kesh Shaka are just longtime members of the community. And so I built them their own tea that's named after them.
That is so
wild
cute.
breakfast blend. Yeah. I love it. Again, building my friends and community into the game is extremely fun. Here's a little virtual taxi we can get in, a little 4-seater. Playing some of my tunes here. Don't worry about that. That's an old Scarlet. Sorry, Scarlet. If you hear me yelling at Scarlet, she's my computer AI.
Yeah.
Let's see if this thing can fly. Yeah, there we go. So four of us can get in this spaceship and fly around, and just whenever we want to chill, just park it right here in front of the dragon.
Oh my god! Now is that the dragon that you fly around on?
Yes, this is Buckathon. Another animated short that you can watch on my YouTube to learn more of the history is called The Great Battle of Buckwildian. Buckwildian is another planet that went through a great war that essentially almost destroyed the entire planet, including Buckathon, that dragon, his ancestor, Buckrayleon, the father of all dragons. I have a statue of Buckrayleon up in the TC Falcon because he is
that's a lot of
fallen
bucks.
hero. But
that's a lot of bucks.
I know. It's buck wild here. It's absolutely buck. It's $2 chuck, buck, save a buck, and lose a buck, save a buck. We're all bucked. This is the Buck Bottom Bazaar, like a seasonal event that happens in my little universe and game where Mr. Pepper and Violet over here sell us some potions. And some
They're so cute.
Yeah.
It's Pepper and Violet, you said?
Yeah. Old Pepper.
Oh my gosh, they're such adorable little old couple. Oh, is he just scratching his bum?
Yep, he's it's just it's a sciatic actually. He's
I understand.
He's got nerve damage from pulling up all
What in the heck was that? There's like a giant.
Yes.
What is that?
Mushroom. I don't know. This whole the further away you get from the mothership, the more intense just all the guns. Wait, no, the blimp. Okay, yeah, you can click on the blimp and actually sit. You don't have to fly the spaceship that we were just in. You can take a more relaxed view and sit in this blimp and take a scenic journey through the deck of the TC Falcon. Yeah, isn't this crazy? And this is just one
insane.
location. Oh, thanks so much for letting me share this with you.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I am having so much fun watching all this right now. Like, this is so cool. I can't wait until later, like, after we're done, I'll have the recording of it. I can't wait to show Negan all of this. He's going to find this so cool himself.
Yeah, right on.
This is insane.
I love it. This spaceship is a big Zeppelin that we can go in. It's got its own When I was on Twitch, I reached out to a lot of Twitch artists because I saw them doing their thing, and I know how hard it is to make a living, let alone a dollar, making art of any kind. So I was like, okay, how can I get some artists some more shine? So I started to reach out and put up. Come on, mouse, live. Oh, this is a piece of art from my late grandfather. But putting up artwork from.
That is so cool.
Mousy.
I actually, on a side note, we can talk about it whenever we wrap up. We can stay on call. And I actually have a couple of pieces that are original artwork from one of my clients that you might actually, it might be right up your alley to put somewhere along your stuff. It's very eccentric and really trippy kind of art. It's really cool to look at. I'll show you.
Yeah, heck yeah.
Yeah.
And anybody that's listening, if you happen to be an artist on Kick making visual art and you want a place to display like a virtual gallery, I can start hanging up, not only give you a booth in the Kick streamer gallery, but if you want to give me the okay to hang up your art in any of my other worlds, it's just more eyes on your art. Who knows? You maybe get a commission.
Oh, that is so
this.
pretty.
Who knows? So yeah, this is something pretty. The Huntress that she did. This is from
that is
her
gorgeous.
Morningstar, yeah, this is again, these virtual spaces just give an entire canvas, like an entire place for, videos, clips, art, gifs, anything that you want to take the elevator up here, anything that anybody wants to display. Hey, there's
and this
IRL.
Now this where we're at right now, this is inside the Zeppelin.
Yes, this is the Zeppelin of the TC Falcon. Yes, this is the grand.
Oh my gosh.
You see what happens? The captain overnight sleeps, and all of a sudden we've got Crash Bandicoot.
I was just gonna say, is that Crash freaking Bandicoot?
Exactly. You never know who.
I play Crash Bandicoot on my stream for Thursdays. We do Throwback Thursdays, and I've been playing some Crash Bandicoot recently.
Hey, he seems to have crashed up in the Zeppelin here. We'll have to take care of him. Maybe these are his friends. Oh, look who it is. It's Laura Croft from PlayStation 1. It turned out, chat, that
my God,
the code worked. The cheat code worked. It worked.
Oh my God.
Can you believe it?
TC, I can't get over this.
Oh my God. Okay, y'all got to take care of Crash Bandicoot, okay? It's another artist making some artwork. There we go. Phil Tomato, amazing artist. Hey, there's Phil Tomato did Faye from Cowboy Bebop there.
Oh, that is so cool.
There's me playing some guitar, but it's a trumpet. That's weird.
I think it's safe to say every little side detour that we take when we go somewhere, there's gonna be some artwork of TC.
Oh my gosh, this should be labeled the TC Poole, Kick's most confusing stream, because this is just wild.
There's so much.
Yeah, right.
There's so much. This is crazy.
Here's one of my many books that I've penned myself with quill and ink called The Top Turnbuckle Lifestyle, a guide to DDTing your life. Or excuse me, your future off the top turnbuckle of life. Okay, it's 5,000 pages long.
Now you're throwing books.
It from years to come. I'm just
You're throwing colas
just,
at people. You're throwing
bedlam.
pill bottles outside. Now you're
Mayhem
throwing.
and bedlam. Scarlet, get to work. Oh, here's Planet. Oh, Scarlet's working on furthering the planet. This is
a smiley face.
Planet Boopeter. It's the.
Oh my gosh.
The haunted planet that we go on. You can see the Schnozzly Mountain, Booville, Larkington Castle.
So cool.
Yes.
Halloween's coming up. We may have to do a part 2 to this, and you may have to take us on a tour on your Halloween place, your haunted planet. That'd be so cool. Oh,
I'm gonna redo the map and update the map too. Halloween is my favorite holiday, so we're gonna go.
Oh, we love Halloween over here too.
Buck wild. Look at the latte art here. Delicious. Oh, it's too hot. Scarlet. I said oat milk. Oat milk, Scarlet. Sorry. She's an AI. I can yell at her like that. She's programmed to respond to this.
Oat milk definitely makes a difference in coffees, by the way.
Oat milk, Scarlet. But yes, the TC Falcon. You can see the swordfish right there. Spike Spiegel, me and the Bebop and the crew. We're real tight. So he's actually let me borrow the swordfish for a little bit as it's flying off into the great yonder.
Oh, this is
Stargate
insane.
here. Absolutely wild. The VR experience is next level as well. Getting in there and being able to like look inside of the
Yeah.
it's absolutely wild.
Oh my gosh.
I began a thought earlier that I didn't finish. I probably just rambled off into a spider web of endless thoughts.
Okay,
and
but don't move from this spot
monologues.
because I have another question after you're done.
Okay, yes, very good, very good. I was going to say the World of Warcraft mentioning, playing it back in the day. As I was going through it and my memories of that game, I was thinking like, wouldn't it be cool to have my own guild, its own like personalized spot in Ironforge or Ogremar, the Undercity, with our labels and our pictures up. So that's sort of the mindset I've taken with this. I was like, let me build my own quote unquote Ironforge or World of Warcraft and put our own stuff up in it. Question, go ahead.
Is that a little dinosaur on a treadmill on that table?
It is. There's been some vast space and space exploration. Okay, space and space are two different things, two sides of the coin. One turn deserves another. Therefore, ergo, i.e. All right. Any questions? All right. Good. All right. That's great. Wait. Hold on. Okay.
Where do you get the? I have a question. Ready? Where do you get the idea when you see an empty space, right? Because when you go throughout here, there's not really an empty space. There's something everywhere, right? You fill the void essentially really, really well when you're building these worlds.
Thank you.
Where do you get your ideas from of like, hey, that's an empty table. I'm going to place a velociraptor on a treadmill right here.
Great question. So my past, the influences, the video games I've played, a huge video game nerd, though I don't and haven't played in recent years. This has become so much more of a passion for me than my gravity and pull toward video games. Making my own has sort of quenched that thirst. And as well that artistic expression thirst that I have to kind of express myself as an artiste. So pulling, like we were talking about World of Warcraft, thinking of my favorite games from my past, like World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy VII, Final Fantasy VIII, Star Wars Galaxy, Knights of the Old Republic, and the list goes on and on. So I was like, okay, what would I want to see? And some of it's like this, some of it is, okay, what does the player need to see? I've had to really adapt and discover how to view and put on a lens of a video game developer, which is one of the reasons I built this room right here, sort of one of the latest additions to the TC Falcon. One of the first things a player is affected by is the first 5 seconds of what they view when they load in of any video game. It sort of sets the tone. So as I hit respawn here, I've really taken care of what we first see. You see what will soon be join live on Kick. You see Scarlet, you see a video playing, and then if you happen to turn out this way, you get a grand view of the ship that really puts context in the player's mind. As a developer, I become jaded to my orientation within the world. I know, because I've created it, where I'm at all times, but I have to be aware of the player or the adventurer's experience and really center them at all times so they never feel lost. Because if you feel lost, you can't feel the bigness of a map or a universe or an area. You have to have context and reference, because if you feel lost, then you feel nowhere. Does this make sense?
It does. It does. That's very well put.
That
I could
helps
see
a lot.
I could see how being in these worlds, that someone, first coming in, had I not gotten a tour and I went to just go in myself, I probably would have never made it past Scarlett's desk. I would have been like, where the fuck do I go?
Right, yeah. And I might sound at times like I know what I'm talking about, but I'm not trained in any 3D development. I have 2 years of all this experience total as far as the 3D stuff. So
I remember you said you're self-taught on all this stuff too, right?
Correct, yeah. One of the things, like the door, one of the things I've realized over the last few weeks of this world and month is that I need to do a better job of directing the player to this door. I need to make, instead of the handle clickable, I need to make the whole door clickable and like something that says, hey, go this way. And sort of, again, kind of direct the player and make sure they know where they are. That's why I built
Is there
that
a
book
way to
that you
do
can
like
carry around.
is there a way to do like sliding doors? Like an automatic, like, you know, when you go to like a shopping mall, like a door like that, where like you just walk up and it's like,
Mm.
oh, enter
Okay, so
here?
a little bit of behind the scenes on what I've learned as a 3D developer or a
Mm-hmm.
video game developer. We can sort of get into for a second here. Sliding doors. Okay, in a lot of 3D or a lot of video games are built upon a system of unloading and loading in these 3D graphics and stuff. That
Yeah,
way your computer, the player's computer, isn't trying to render everything all at once. So
makes
as we
sense.
sit here to break the fourth wall a little bit, as we sit here, that
Well,
cantina and
Deadpool's
Hulk
good at that.
Hogan and that cantina and the bar and Hulk Hogan and all that stuff is not loaded in right now. That makes this able to run at a decent FPS. If every part that we saw was loaded in all at once, like the nest and all the other areas, then the frame rate would go down and it would run like doo-doo. So that's why when you click on this door, all of this stuff loads in, and then that room we were just in loads out.
Okay, that
But
makes sense.
the player doesn't know this. The player just thinks they are going through a door because that's a very human thing to go through.
Yeah,
Players and adventurers don't think in terms of, oh, now we're deloading all of the collection of 3D objects and assets that are in the folder and loading. You know, that's what the behind the scenes stuff that kind of the better I do that, the more immersed you are as a player and the more you don't feel this. This goes a long way in optimization and also just kind of structuring the world. So relating that back to sliding doors, one of the problems with sliding doors is if this door were to slide open, then your camera and your computer therefore would have to render everything beyond it and
yeah,
everything in here.
that makes sense.
So now your chat and yourself, think back to the video games that you play and have played or are currently playing. When you go through a door and the screen fades or you click, chances are you've deloaded what you were just in and have loaded in something new.
There's a cat.
Yes, a little cat, little
My
squeakers.
ADHD kicked in. I'm so sorry. It's
No,
so
if
cute.
you-
It's so
yeah.
tiny.
HD adventurers and ADD adventurers are welcome. You can spend just hours in the great halls of lore getting distracted by
It's
stuff.
a
I mean,
little
there's the
kitty.
cafe over here. We got the Professor McMyrtle. He's our head janitor, the master of the janitorial arts. Gotta keep the TC Falcon looking tidy.
Yeah.
Some
Okay, so we
cafe
haven't
over
done the
here.
cafe yet. Oh, this is cool.
Some
Oh, this is.
again,
Oh
some
my god.
some drinks named after my community and just friends or fellow streamers. Building my people into here. Here's Chef Lars, Professor Lars. One of the things I need to get going again was I'm building a community cookbook. So people that are involved in my community that have signed up under the Professor Tutelage program, where you study under Chef Lars in the Discord will give you a quest to invent recipes. So we're collecting all these recipes, and once we get the recipes, enough recipes, I'm going to create a digital book to put in here. And then also, if it gets big enough, and if we get enough people involved, we can create our own IRL community cookbook.
That is so cool.
We could use as as giveaways or whatnot, much like the cards that I was showing you earlier. The attack TC cards I've actually printed out. So I'm going to be using these as giveaways for the community. You can literally get a card made of yourself or your character, and I'll make it for you. And then we're going to be using these as collectibles. One of the ideas I had was an IRL quest reward. So check it out. So in RPGs, you complete a quest, you get experience, you level up, you gain some attribute points, maybe you find a sword, a shield along the way. One way I'm going to take it to the next level, or try to at least, is when you complete a quest inside of the Adventures of TC, if it's a big long quest chain and you complete it, then I can mail you the quest reward, which will be a collectible based on all of us.
That is so cool.
I think that's a cool idea. I've even got some of them
You just
framed.
have like a mind full of all these creative ideas. It's
I'm
just
gonna
like
create,
this,
you know how
it
like
goes beyond the stream.
right, yeah. I'm really trying to take it
an entirely
You know,
different level. Like not even like not even a level that was even thought of prior to opening this interview with you. You know what I mean? Like this is not something that people think of or that they do or they work towards or anything like that at all whatsoever. We were already
right,
at one level with you creating multiple different worlds. Now we're on a whole
right.
different level where it's like, yes, I created these fake worlds, but we're going to bring those fake worlds to real life. Here we are, and this is what we're
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
do.
What if we can blend together? Can you?
That
I
is
could imagine
insane.
back in 2004 playing World of Warcraft. Can you imagine like getting level 60 back then, or getting like a
Oh my
piece of armor,
God.
but then but then Blizzard mails you like a 3D printed dagger that you found? Like, we can do that stuff. Nothing's keeping us from doing that stuff. We have the power. We don't have to wait on some big AAA gaming company that's just trying to get money and try to milk every cent that they can from the player base. We can form our own player base and our own community and do everything in a much more conventional way that's all based around us and what we want to see, you know? I like
That is
that,
so
pal.
cool,
That
dude.
feels good. I like
This
that.
is
Ooh, I'm fired up
insane.
now. Let me sit up a little bit here.
I am like, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm trying to wrap my head around this whole experience. This is,
Right on, yeah.
I wasn't sure
involved, join
what
the
I was
Discord.
expecting. You know what I mean? I wasn't sure what I was expecting. I knew a gist of it, but it's like the
Yeah.
further we go along in this, the more and more I'm amazed by stuff. And I'm just like, what the hell, man? Like, what?
Right, yeah, yeah. The more I can build other players into it, I mean, I keep going back to one of my favorite games, WoW. One of the things that made that my favorite game of all time is not necessarily the mechanics of the game, but the memories I had playing with my friends. And now
Yeah.
building all of us into this, the more of my friends I can get involved and more friends I can make and more characters we can create and plot lines we can go on and adventures, you all can help me as a part of the community form and build all of this as it grows out. Because I mean, I'm only building more and more worlds, and to have this what's it called? Well, autonomy, I guess we could say it. To have the autonomy to
Yeah.
build this all is really, really rewarding. Hey, look, it's my cats.
Oh
Miss
my
Jasmine.
gosh. Oh, I forgot to tell you my cat's names.
Yes.
So I'll do
Okay.
that
Okay.
before
Yes.
I get
Yes. We can.
distracted. So I have
Yes.
four
We
of
can.
them.
Please. Yes. Go on.
I have 4 cats. I have Clark Gable. I have Sage. She doesn't have a middle
Nice.
name. It's just Sage. We have Spicy Tuna, aka Scrappy, aka Demon Overlord. And then we have my baby, my oldest baby. He shares a birthday with my middle child, Sir Gucifer Reginald.
Oh my god.
Like actually
Oh
on
my
his
God.
adoption papers, like on all of his paperwork, when I take him to the vet, everything registered to him. His name is actually Gucifer Reginald.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are like some Funkatronian names right there.
Yeah,
I
man.
like that. You gotta help me out with making some
I
names.
love
Those
it.
those are great. Oh my god. Yes, the 4 cats. I do have to get going here in just a
Yeah,
just a few
absolutely.
minutes. I've got a date in the park with my Mama Poole. We're
Oh,
gonna go on a walk. I'm flying to
love
planet Earth
it.
real quick. Gonna go mosey around. I know in the
I
United
love
States,
that.
Earthling. What do you call yourselves?
Earthlings?
Earthlings. Excuse me. I've been away for far too long.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
yeah.
before we wrap up, was there anything else you wanted to show us real quick that you wanted to touch base on?
My gosh.
I know that's a really broad
Okay.
a broad
leave you
thing. We
wanting
might
more,
have to do a part 2, honestly. I'm down to set up a part 2 for sure.
Yes. Okay. Okay. What could I show you real quick? All right. Real quick. We'll end it by going to the Finkel Forest.
Okay.
Another location on the map. For those that want to get involved, you can download an 8K version of the map so you can like get better acquainted of where we are and help add to the story with ideas or suggestions, or just so when I say the name Finkel Forest, you don't have to be like, what the hell is Finkel Forest? All right, here we are. Welcome to the Adventures of TC Poole. Blibbity blobbity bloop. Oh no, where are we at? Oh, Finkel Forest, an enchanted forest. Let's see where we are real quick. So we are on planet Funkatron down here in this forest.
Okay.
Finkel 4. I know it's hard to see through the glare of the sun, but down there. This got some of my planets, some of my locations have brooms that you can fly, like in
Oh,
Harry
it's
Potter.
so cool. I was just
This is
looking at
the
that before you said Harry Potter. I was like, that looks like the Nimbus 2000.
yes. This is Fezziwig, one of the characters in the story. Welcome to Finkel Forest. Call me Fezziwig. The brooms? Ah, yes, the brooms. You're with Captain Poole, right? Well, then of course, you fly for free. So this is just furthering the story, making it feel less of an empty virtual space and more of like I'm in a planet that's populated with
Like, I'm actually in
and,
a game. I'm in a
right,
game
I mean, like,
with NPCs. Like, I am doing quests.
what's going on up there? Uh-oh. I don't want to see what's going on out here in the forest. You never know what's going on. Who's lurking out there? Let's hop on one of these brooms real quick. So what Fezziwig has actually sacrificed his eye somehow to make these brooms, and you gotta hold on to his eyeball to fly the broom. So let me hop on, make sure this works. Oh yes. All right,
Okay.
Finkel Forest. Yeah, this has been such a cool experience. I hope to talk to you more. I love your enthusiasm about this. This is like a big enchanted forest that we're in, full of these tree houses, full of another
Oh
sect of
my God.
society.
TC, you built all this?
Yeah, you can ride on the back of that eagle right there, instead of flying a broom if you want. You can fly up to these where the buildings go here. You can fly up into these tree houses. This is a very big world to explore, and it's only getting bigger because I've got time, dedication, and a lot of wind in my sails. It's been so fun showing you all this. Thank you so much for taking
for having
interest.
us, and thank you for
tickled me to death.
talking.
Heck
We've had
yeah,
a lot of
thank you.
fun. I appreciate it.
Right on. I hope you all have a wonderful day, a wonderful evening, morning, noon, night, wherever you are on planet Earth. Sin, thanks again. This has been such a pleasure. I can't wait to talk to you all more.
Yes, I will talk to you when you get back. Enjoy your walk with your mama, and thank you for showing us this,
right
TC.
on. Take care, everybody.
You
Peace.
have a good one.
Love you all. Thank you. Take care.
All right, guys, with that being said, we're going to go ahead and end stream. This has been an amazing interview and podcast that we have done. As you can see, TC Poole has created, like he said, several different worlds, and the one he is getting the most traction for at this point in time is the arcade he has built to showcase kick streamers across the entire platform. And we have made we have our own booth, which is really cool to see. With that being said, I will go ahead and catch you guys tomorrow at our normal time. We will be doing podcasts on Sundays. They are Sinful Sundays. And I will be posting last week's podcast to YouTube tomorrow morning. And I will see you guys tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time.